Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are starting it off with DXY on a daily time frame. As you can see, DXY is getting a nice pullback right now. We are on the 200 EMA. We're at 103.77. Holding that for daily close is important. If we get a 4-hour open and close below that level and we get tested into that 103.50 level, I would be looking for upside on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and a little bit of a relief rally. Continuation from yesterday, if so. So just be aware of that. If we do get the stop here at 103.75 and the next 4-hour open starts to climb back up, I would be very cautious for that upside to be quickly reversed and downside to continue. And right now, DXY is the main thing to keep an eye on. If we get that 4-hour open and close under 103.80, that will be your clue that, hey, downside is coming. And then we can go test into that 103.60 level to see if it's going to hold as a higher low. If we breach that level, then I'll be looking for it at the 103, low 103s. But then we will be starting a downtrend, and then I will be looking for where we can find the next level of support for that pivot. Today is Wednesday. I'm looking for that midweek reversal today. We got as high as possible yesterday. Let's see if we get some downside today due to that pivot. And in my opinion, yesterday was a nice little short squeeze. A lot of people were buying because there was so much fear in the market. Even indexes like S&P is near all-time highs. After the Apple event, I was expecting a little bit of a downturn, which we did not really get. So let's see how this plays out. Let's go now to a daily on Bitcoin perps. And you can see we're getting a little bit of a pullback right now. We got up to the 27.5 level. We did not open and close above it. So obviously we're not going to go to the 28,400 and beyond. But the $27,500 level is a major level. If we can't get a 4-hour open and close, we're not getting above that, and we're not getting to 30, obviously. Right now, today's daily close, we need to see if DXY gets that downside. We might be able to hold here sideways and then look for another attempt up. But if we get 4-hour open and closes under 26.5, that's a warning sign that, hey, this $25,200 level that everyone took a long off of is possibly not going to hold, and it's just trapping more and more longs in this level just to do that continuation to the downside. And let me show you what I mean on a weekly. As you can see, earlier in the week when I made the videos, I was showing you weekly looked like it was converging down. EMAs were all looking like they were rejecting. ETH looked better than Bitcoin, but Bitcoin looked like it was struggling. So this weekly close, if you get that weekly close above 25,900, good for you. Otherwise, you're going to be risking next week to open and continue back down into this $23,000 level. Now, with all this negativity with SEC finding CZ, and now they're choosing to sue Coinbase. Like, all of this stuff that's occurring, that's gonna be sell pressure coming to markets, because all of these people who have their money on those exchanges are gonna remove it. Then those exchanges won't have that liquidity. You get those crazy wicks. If there's any fear and panic coming into major levels, a lot of people who are leveraged or are on exchanges where they loan their coin for money are going to be the first people to cause that capitulation event, because since there's no volume, the wicks will get nasty, and they're getting liquidated because of the fact that their levels that they have thinking are safe are getting tapped because there's no liquidity in markets. The only saving grace I can say of crypto right now, out of all the cryptos, the ones that are probably going to be the safest are the ones that are proof of stake, because the coins will have the least amount of sell pressure are the ones that are staked long term for interest rewards, you know, on a longer term horizon, not a trading horizon, as an investment sake. So just keep that in mind, why Bitcoin is looking like crap to Ethereum. Another thing you can look at, the way if you were to do Elliott waves, this right here was bottom. You can consider this wave 1, or like this wave 1. Here's wave 2. Here's your wave 3. Okay, 3 and 5 are the largest. Okay, 3. Here's your wave 4 if you want to count this as 4. Here's your wave 5. And now we're basically done with our waves. We can get a ABC consolidation, which is basically like these triangle consolidations. And then we could look to continue our count. We have a fib time coming up pretty soon at the end of October. That's the one that I'm waiting on for doing my major acquisitions for the next year. But like what I'm saying is right now, keep in mind that a slow grind down from this level here, if we can't hold this 21 EMA, and you have 3 more days, if we lose this today and you can't basically maintain that close, next week's open and close is probably going to go hunt into this order block here. And this is where we're going to have to find support before rising up, because it's going to make a fake head and shoulder here. Okay, and this is our dead cat bounce that we're going to see. We're going to come back over here, and then over here we're going to find this neckline as the area where we're going to do consolidation before we look for the upside again. The reason being is, I mean, I see this pattern all the time. I'll draw it out for you. It's like this inverse head and shoulder. Okay, that turns into another inverse head and shoulder. Okay, and then they fight it out in the middle. And that's what your 200 EMA is at. So just be aware of that. I mean, obviously you shouldn't be trading in such simplistic terms, but it's a good guide for you to see what's going on in the market and why it's doing what it's doing. I don't need to do that because I have my EMAs and my other indicators that I understand what they're trying to tell me. But if you just needed a simple visual representation, that should have done it for you. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, Bitcoin is pulling back into the support levels. If it can hold above this 25,800, that's great. But I'm assuming a lot of people are going to have stop losses like around here at 25.3. So if this dump wants to come and take that liquidity, it makes logical sense for it to do that. It's not going to be a surprise. RSI is telling you, hey, downside is pretty likely today. You just don't want to get too low under 26,000. And if so, then yeah, you just assume that that liquidity is going to, get tested on Bitcoin. If you can get that 4-hour open and close above 27,300, 400, you can look for the next level at 28,500 and the next level at 30,000, even the psychological one. After that, it's 3150, I believe. So that's your levels for Bitcoin. Let me go to a daily on ETH, and then I'll let you guys get out of here. So here is ETH on a daily. Like you can see the difference of structure compared to Bitcoin. You are looking pretty healthy on this daily at 1800, and as long as this 1800 1795 is holding, you can assume that we can go upside, slow grind out. Now the risk of the daily is today you don't want to close under 1840 again. 1840 has been the midline for the last few days. It's the level that if I do my little drawing tool that I use with you guys, you can see here, this 1840 has been major level of upside downside resistance right there. You can see when candles are above it, we are using it as support. When candles are below it, we're using as resistance. So that's why I'm saying as of right now, we are above it. As long as we can use 1840 as support, we can buck out of here in an inverse head and shoulder fashion. But if we start losing that level by the daily close, you can assume that it's because markets are, in a little bit of a sell the risk mode, and Ethereum is gonna feel a little bit of that as well in time. Right now, I see that this is being accumulated, but if I got 4-hour open and closes underneath 1840, the risk of us testing back into that 1795 area is high. And I would assume that we completely butter through it, because the money in this level now is pretty much tapped out. If we're gonna get liquidity, we need to go lower into that 1725 that we avoided yesterday. And once again, I will reiterate, this is due to the fact that Ethereum is now proof of stake. More people have their coins bought and held and are staking them. So it's that much harder for you to go and sell during panic times in the market. unlike Bitcoin and all the other coins where you just transfer and boom. You got to unnode your coin, you wait in line, and then you have to sell it. So that's why ETH, if someone really, really wants to sell ETH and they are getting their coins ready to sell, well, they got the, this is like the second best time to sell. The first best time was here, this top order block. This is the second best time to sell before going all the way down and testing into the order block that you came out of, all the way here at 1540-ish. And that will only come after a daily open and close under 1730. But then I'm looking for that fib. And I was looking for 2,220 fib up top here, which we ran for this little sell-off to occur. So that is what I'm looking at on the daily of ETH. Let me go to the 4 hour. I'm not even going to go on the weekly on this one because I'm just going to talk to members about that live. You can see right here, another consolidation is occurring over here. So the way that this wants to zigzag, 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 as long as it's holding on the top end of this pink EMA, I would be looking for upside break. So just be aware that right now price action is consolidating. You should not be panicked. You should be waiting to see signs of strength. And then you could ride the trend because we're just consolidating in this range. Once we break this range, our target's going to be like 2000 and then 22-ish, okay? But for that to occur, you need a 4 hour opening close above 1930. And we've already tapped that area multiple times, but now it can finally occur. If we just hold this level sideways, all the oscillators will reset and giving us an opportunity for a bigger, larger move to the upside as buyers come in and we short squeeze all these people who are shorting in this downtrend, thinking that this is a one of these descending triangles and they're looking for that move down. Okay, well that move can still squeeze here and then pop out. It can occur both ways, right? But obviously right now we're leaning more towards downside due to news events and panic and fear in the market as to what the government is gonna do for, like recouping whatever they need to for the company like Coinbase and Binance using US customers to make their money, blah, 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 blah. The government is just trying to shake out hands right now, in my opinion. And that's why we're getting this. Here's the weekly, even though I said I wasn't going to show you. Here's the weekly on Ethereum. The risk of this weekly close is already kind of like, I'm not even gonna lie, this is like iffy. You need to hold above 1880 for the weekly close for this to look good next week. If we lose 1880 and we are just tickling 1840, I mean, the risk of this sweeping down now is pretty much there now. And then after losing that 1780, 1750 level, I mean, I'm looking for all the way here at 1400. So that's my trading plan. Obviously, you don't need to do like that, but I'm just giving you the heads up as to what I'm looking at because the last few days, the videos were so crappy. I didn't get to upload it properly. Some data was missing or the audio was off, just like stuff on stuff on stuff. So this is my way of making it back up to you guys, to giving you guys good, clean TA information that you can use for your trading plan. And I hope you guys do good with it. If you guys have any other questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section below. If you have other assets you would like me to cover, leave it in the comment section below and I'll get back to you in the next video. Aside from that, guys, if you could just leave me a like, subscribe, press the bell button for notifications, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps this channel grow. And then if you want to trade with me live, feel free to join me on the Discord server. The link to the server is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend. So thank you so much for doing that because you using those help this channel grow. So I really, really appreciate it, guys. I hope you guys are trading safe and I hope that wick to the downside didn't catch you off guard. Tomorrow, well, I would say today I'm looking for that pivot to play out. And then into Friday, I'm looking for that downside test. If we go up before Friday and claim those levels, then you should assume that we are just going to continue on up. But being that there's so much fear and panic in the markets, I'm leaning more towards the downside first. And in the weekend, we can look for a possible upside short squeeze event again, because as news is flooding people, more and more people are stacking on shorts at this level, and that's what you need for them to get liquidated for us to leg up to the next level, all the way up there to like 2,200 over here on ETH. That will happen once people start stacking all their shorts over here. Since this is 3 legs down, this could be the pivot for the upside, but this needs to be proven by us closing above 1880 and then continuing up to that 1920 and then breaking that up. So level by level, guys. Aside from that, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Goodbye.